Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Governor. I think you're about either at or beyond the amount of vetoes you had in 2009 with 4 days left. Have you taken a different approach to bill action this year? Have they just sent you a lot of bills that you just don't like this time around?
First of all, it's not personal. It's not some sort of. I look at each bill, as I said before. I think this was a year in which, especially over the last week to 10 days, there were a lot of measures passed. And there were a lot of things attached to bills that weren't necessarily part of the original purpose or intent of that bill. So we've had to kind of mesh it all together. I don't think I've changed my attitude toward them, towards the bills. I look at each bill the same. Do I think it's the best policy for the state? Do I think it's important to move forward? I also look to make sure there's not drafting errors or mistakes or unintended consequences. That, quite frankly, as a former member of the legislature, you get in that last week or 10 days and 100 bills are flying in front of you and all that stuff going on. There's a whole lot of potential unintended consequences that can happen from legislation. I think I've been able to point out some of those, and also in the veto messages talk about how we could work together to solve the problems that we're trying to solve. The one, that's not to say I don't have some disagreements. I don't, but that's, I think I've laid those out pretty quickly. I think that, for example, raising taxes on everybody that has prescription drugs by $200 million a year, or almost doubling everybody's licenses when they get their driver's license. I don't think either one of those significant tax increases are the way to move our economy forward. But those are just differences, of opinion, and that's what we have. So, but I don't think I think my bona fides vis-a-vis the fiscal issues have been pretty consistent.